You have to fight the cancer of corruption.
Going back decades, relatives of Joe Biden have either pursued business ventures that have overlapped in some way with Biden's political career. Joe Biden is someone who has a reputation for being very close with his family, but it's been reported over the years that he avoids talking business with members of his family. Some of the pitfalls of that approach to managing his relationship with his family, because members of his family have got involved with business ventures that have raised questions. Members of Joe Biden's family ran a hedge fund called Paradigm, a special kind of investment fund that usually deals with riskier or more unusual types of investments. It was bought in 2006 primarily by James and Hunter Biden. James Biden is a younger brother of Joe Biden. Hunter Biden is Joe Biden's younger son, and he was a co-owner of Paradigm. Paradigm was never found to have committed any criminal wrongdoing. 3 former executives at Paradigm sued either the Bidens or Paradigm, accusing them of fraud. While Joe Biden was vice president,
The duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Paradigm became associated with a number of both convicted frauds and alleged frauds. According to this account that was provided by a former top executive at Paradigm, James, Hunter, and Beau Biden all showed up at Paradigm's offices, ordered the firing of Stefan Feruz, who was then the president of Paradigm. They were accompanied by 2 large men who escorted Feruz out. And then James Biden proceeded to discuss his vision for Paradigm. He said that there were deep-pocketed foreigners who wanted to support Joe Biden, so instead James Biden was intending to get them to invest in Paradigm. According to the executive who was present, Beau Biden came bright red, angrily said to his Uncle James that this is not something that he's going to have anything to do with, and that James should never say that again. Hunter's older brother, Beau, was elected the Attorney General of Delaware in November of 2006 and never had any official involvement with Paradigm. Paradigm did a fund with Stanford Capital Management. That was Alan Stanford's firm. Stanford was convicted of an $8 billion Ponzi scheme, which is one of the largest in US history. It was pretty striking to see one of the most notorious names in the history of financial fraud together with the name of a hedge fund that was owned at the time by members of the vice president's family. Not long after the Bidens acquire Paradigm, the financial crisis begins unfolding just in time to help Barack Obama and Joe Biden win the 2008 election. Another effect of this crisis, it reveals a number of frauds like Bernie Madoff's Ponzi scheme and Alan Stanford's Ponzi scheme. Headlines like that start to come out of this fund, create bad press for Joe Biden, and by 2010, James and Hunter are unwinding the fund and getting out of the business. Hunter Biden ended up getting involved in business in Ukraine and China that has since become the subject of a good amount of press coverage. So there are a number of parallels between the ways in which members of the Biden family seem to have benefited from Joe's position and his name, and the ways that members of the Trump family benefit in business from Donald Trump's position as president. In the case of the Trump organization, the deals being done by Trump's adult sons directly affect Trump's personal finances. In the case of Joe Biden, there's no indication that Joe Biden's personal finances are intermingled with the business ventures of his brothers or his son. Joe Biden is far from the first politician to have family members who pursue business ventures that blurred the lines between politics and business. Joe Biden may want to get out there, address this.
We have a lot of bad judgment in my family.
And make some sort of commitment, what sort of activities he'd ask his family members to refrain from if he were elected president.